In their continued quest for total smart home tech disruption, Wyze has once again delivered a quality product at an incredible price. The latest, the Wyze Bulb Color, comes in a 4-pack for the crazy price of $34 plus shipping. Currently, you can pre-order these bulbs on Wyze's website. I do think they are slated to be shipping in April. So following our announcement coverage of the Wyze Bulb Color, we were able to get some in and go hands-on with them. So let's dive in and take a closer look at these affordable RGB lights. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Hey everyone, Jordan here with 9 to 5 Toys. And first, let's take a look at getting the Wyze Bulb Color set up. Setup is very simple because there is no hub needed to control the bulbs. Just screw in a bulb with the power turned off and then turn on the power to your socket. The bulb will start pulsing green, letting you know that it's in pairing mode. Then just push the Add New Device on the homepage of the Wyze app and select the bulb color. Follow the instructions and you should be good to go. So one of Wyze's big features with the bulb color is the quality of light coming out. So they have a CRI or color rendering index of 91, which is pretty good for such an affordable bulb. And that higher CRI should help to make colors look a little bit more accurate and vivid, and we'll get into that a little bit more here a little bit later. But one other huge benefit for me, because I shoot a lot of videos, is that there is no flickering from the LED light. So I have two of the bulbs set up back here, which I used to have Philips Hue bulbs in there, which are great because you can get, whatever colors you want. But there would always be a little bit of line flickering back here in the video, and I'll cut back to some earlier videos so you can see what that looked like. But that is not an issue at all with the Wyze Bulb Color. Okay, so quick note from the edit bay here. While it does seem that most of the hues don't have any flickering, I did start to actually notice some when reviewing some more footage. While I couldn't see any flickering in the color temperature ranges that I tried, it appears that some of the hues have some visible lines. It is still much better than the Philips Hue bulbs, which had lines at any color, but not quite as flicker-free as I originally thought. So I guess depending on what kind of hues and colors you're actually using for your video, you might see a little bit of flickering. Definitely something to keep in mind. I do think it's still really good for video, but if you are using some crazy colors, you might see a little bit of that in video. And also with 1100 lumens, the Wyze Bulb Color gets plenty bright. That's about a 75 watt equivalent. And on the other side of that spectrum, the Wyze Bulb Color can also be dimmed down to a 30 lumen output or a 2 watt equivalent. So plenty of brightness range in there for you to play with. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at the app and how to control everything within the Wyze app. From my experience, as you add more Wyze products, the product page and actually finding what you're trying to do can get a little bit busy, but I also imagine that's where some of like the voice control and automations and routines can come in handy, so you don't have to always find it within the app. But selecting a bulb color inside the app brings up controls for brightness as well as color dials based on either color or color temperatures, ranging from soft white to cool white, which translates to roughly 1800 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. Without any actual numerical representation for the color temperature, it can make it a little bit harder to dial in a specific value, but the color wheel makes it pretty easy to kind of tweak it around, and so I don't think this is actually meant to have a very specific color temperature value put in there. And then under the color wheel are some different scene options. By default, there are 4 color temperature scenes and 4 colored scenes, but you can also save and name your own scenes for making automations. Hitting the settings button in the upper right brings up controls for naming the bulb and changing the icon, as well as setting routines, schedules, and automations. Within sleep routines, Wyze has options to slowly bring the light up or down for a more natural experience when waking up or going to sleep. The lights will slowly turn off or on at a designated time period, and you can set that to a different duration, which the default is 30 minutes. Like many of Wyze's products, they also have a voice assistant control built into the bulbs. Alexa, turn color bulb 3 on.
Okay.
It's easy to get the bulbs set up to work with both Alexa and Google Assistant. When I set up my bulbs, because I already have my Wyze account linked to my Alexa account, when I added that new bulb, I got a notification that it was ready to be controlled within Alexa. So there was no additional setup needed for me, but if it is your first time linking your Wyze account to Alexa, there will be a little bit more setup for that. So of course, everything's not perfect with the Wyze bulb colors. They are really great for the price, but there are some things that aren't as good as the Philips Hue bulbs that I have been using for the last couple years. One issue is that I can't seem to get the bulb as red as what's coming out of the Philips Hue bulbs. The color that was coming off of the Philips Hue bulb was just a little bit more vivid, which was surprising to me based on the CRI that Wyze claims with the bulb color. Also related to that, because Philips Hue, I think because they use a hub, the response when you are selecting a color is much faster. So you can actually just drag your finger around the color wheel and kind of make like a light show. And the Wyze app is not quite as responsive as the Philips. And that's not really that big of a deal, but it was definitely something I noticed between the two different bulbs. And of course, additionally, the Wyze Bulb Color cannot be used within Apple's HomeKit. So that's definitely a benefit for the Philips Hue if you are using iOS. So overall, like many of Wyze's products, I've been really impressed with the bulb color for the price. App control and anti-flickering light are all things that I'll be using a lot around my studio and home. If you need more features like a hub or HomeKit support, then definitely check out Philips Hue, but a similar starting pack with 4 bulbs and a hub does come in at $200. So definitely a lot more than the price of the Wyze Bulb Color. I imagine that the Wyze Color bulb will check most of the boxes that most people are looking for and are a perfect way to start getting some RGB color into your smart home. And that'll do it for our review of the Wyze Bulb Color 4-pack. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.